Hello again. This is Steve Lestier coming to you from the studios of New View TV. And we are so glad to be getting behind the scenes of the latest release from Slim X Productions entitled The Wrong Way. And we've been talking to the cast, and right now with us, we have Joelle, who plays the part of Stella. How's it going, Joelle?
Pretty good. It's pretty good living a life in LA.
All right, LA, sunshine, LA.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I bet it is. I'm sure it's a lot better than it is here. Anyway, let's talk about this movie that you are in, and you play the part of Stella.
I did.
So tell us a little about that role and that character.
So Stella was for me super fun to play. It kind of took me a little bit out of my comfort zone because a lot of the parts that I had to play with her, I was also in the moment dealing with in real life, and it
Mm,
just it kind of brought out a different side of me because I'm like really reliving what I've already was living before, and so um, it was just a fun, interesting character to play, and I think I played the part pretty well.
hmm, hmm, hmm. So you're saying that it was a little bit challenging. Was it because of the things that you were going through or had been through, or was it mainly because it was just a different role from what you normally do?
I think a little bit of both. I think it was definitely challenging because of what I was going through in my personal life, and I think it also helped in a way because I was able to kind of let those emotions seep through
Mm,
into my role that I was already dealing with. And
okay.
you could even ask the cast, like there was moments in this in different scenes where I was like actually getting angry, and they were like, "Wow, you're playing your part really well," and I was like, "No, I'm actually."
I'm really, yeah, this is what I'm really feeling right now.
Um, and then I also think it did take me, like I said, out of that comfort zone because it was a different type of character that I did have to play, and I had to be able to separate my reality from the reality of what I was playing on the movie.
Okay. So was this the only role that you auditioned for, or what made you want this role?
I auditioned for a couple different roles. I had originally told Jackie that I was willing to do a lead role, but I was also fine with doing other roles. And I just really wanted to be a part of the production because, to be honest, like I really loved the script when I read it. And,
Hmm.
I was just like, okay, I was like, I just want to be a part of this. I was like, I just want to be a part of what you're doing. And I think it's really amazing. And whatever other help she needed, I told her, I was like, if you need me to do makeup, if you need me to, help edit, like I am your person, whatever you need.
Okay. Sounds good. So you got the part and you got the script. And what was that process like of getting from script and learning the lines and then getting to the actual set to start filming?
Um, Getting the script was great, and then we went over, we went over it a couple times, like over Zoom calls, and then we made a couple changes, and that was a lot of fun. It was very different because I don't think I had been on set for a really long time prior to doing The Wrong Way, and I honestly missed it so much that
Hmm.
it was great to be back in front of the camera and not like behind the camera just watching.
Yeah. Definitely. So, were there any other like difficulties or frustrations, especially filming during a pandemic and with everything that's going on?
Oh yeah, it was a little scary because of course we were midway through this pandemic and we're still not even out of it now, but
Right.
it's we had to make sure like nobody had COVID while we were filming. And then if somebody was sick, we had to, reschedule. And then we also had issues where weather took place. And then we had issues finding a good location. So there's a lot of things that, went into this production, and just trying to figure everything out was a process, and just being able to get through it, that honestly was amazing.
Okay. What was it like working with Jackie as far as being on the set and everything? What's it like working with her?
He's so fun. So I actually hadn't met. Jackie in person until we started filming. We were talking
Mm,
over text, and then I was, letting her use like part of one of the locations for one of the scenes, and then they wanted to look through it, and we had never met in person. We were texting
mm,
and Zoom calling, and then finally we met in person, and I was like, I love you. Like you were so fun, and just she's so energetic, and she's willing to work with you because obviously not everybody can get their lines perfect every single time, and she's like, we're going to work at it, let's do it again, let's make sure this is good, and she's just there, she's super supportive.
okay. So getting this part for you, because you live in LA.
I moved to LA in September.
Oh, okay. So you were around to finish up the project, and then
Yeah, I
you
was.
moved to LA. Okay.
I was in the process of doing some moving and figuring out like if I wanted to do stay on the East Coast or if I wanted to come to the West Coast. And then I was doing a bunch of other stuff like work wise. But yeah, it was a pretty easy process, and driving was not a problem.
Okay. Sounds good. So relating to the characters in the movie, not the real people, who
Mhm.
was the most fun character to interact with, and who was maybe not so fun as a character?
I think everybody, to be honest, was fun in their own way. Um, just in general, I think, I don't know, that's a hard question. I don't want to say there was nobody that wasn't fun to work with because, to be honest, I think I got along with everybody that was on set, whether we were playing a role or outside of the film.
Hmm.
Um, it just, there was nobody that was better than anybody else, in my opinion, to work with. I think the only person that I really worked with very closely was Silas. So it was like, he was obviously the person I was the closest to during film and during set. And we actually ended up realizing that we lived probably like maybe 5 minutes away from each other. So that was also pretty fun as well.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool. So during the filming, were there any like outstanding blooper moments and people messing up lines and things like that? Give us the dish on that stuff.
Oh, there was plenty of line mess ups from me, from everybody. I mean, we get so involved, and then you get so involved in doing the action that you forget what you were saying, and then you kind of look at Jackie and you're like, uh, and then she's like, oh my God, we just went over it. And you're like, I know. But you always forget. And it's like I said, she's super patient and she works with you, and it's just great. So there were definitely a lot of blooper moments, and I cannot wait to see those, to be honest. Like, I can't wait to see all the scenes that I was in, just messing up something and moving. I think I tripped in one scene and I fell over, and it was
Oh
just
my gosh.
don't
Hopefully,
use
we will get to see a blooper reel then as part of this movie. That would be great. So, what did you learn from this experience, and what did you take away from doing this project?
So I learned a lot, and I learned that in order to be in this business, in this industry, it just you have to do so much work and so much prep, and you honestly forget how much it takes to be involved in into any production.
Hmm.
So you definitely learn and realize very fast, you need to have your lines down. You need to make sure that you're on time, because when you're not on time, next thing you know, you're filming until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because somebody decided not to show up, until three
Right.
hours after we started filming. And then
Right.
you really get to know and learn the people that you're working with, and you learn their style. And some people aren't great at just like rehearsing lines and then going in blind. Like, you have to take 5, 6, 7 takes before they can really like get into their role. It's not always easy. You can't just like snap your fingers and now I'm Stella, or you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's
Yeah.
learning.
Takes a moment to get into that. So, would you do it all over again?
100%.
Nice.
100%. Whatever Jackie needs her next film, I am there.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm sure she would love to hear that. So what is your hope for what you think the audience will take away from this when they see this movie? What do you hope that they walk away with?
I'm really hoping that they're able to connect with the characters and, see themselves, being in this film. Like, You see what Stella goes through, you see what Sai goes through, you see what any of the characters go through, and you sit back and think, and you're like, man, I went through that a couple weeks ago. I want them to be able to relate to this film and
Yeah,
not just watch it and be like, oh, that was really good. Like, I want them to be able to sit back and actually relate and be able to, you know, feel what we're feeling.
yeah, it's always a good thing when the audience can really relate to, one or more of the characters. Because I mean, most of this stuff is it's just real life,
Yeah.
so it's just good. So again, I just want to thank you for stopping by to chat with us today. Give us a little bit of your insights on your character Stella in this movie. And is there anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to say thanks for having me. This has been an amazing process, and I honestly can't wait to be able to do it again.
I know, I know. I can't wait to see the movie either. So
Yeah.
thanks again for stopping by to chat with us, and the best to you on your move to LA.
Thank
I
you.
hope
I appreciate
everything's
it.
going great for you out there.
It's been amazing.
Excellent. So listen, everyone, we want you to know that this movie is coming out at the end of January of 2022. So stay tuned to the updates that are coming. It'll be shown exclusively on Slim X Productions website. Please support Jackie and Slim X Productions and everything that they're doing. Support the cast, support the production, and stay tuned for more feature films coming out in the near future. I'm Steve Lester with New View TV, signing off till next time.